Andrew, it would be very interesting to know what neurotraining works on.
What does neurotraining work on? Sounds like a simple question, but that's going to challenge the thinking of a lot of people, because when a person has a problem, they think there is an answer to that problem. So they get it into their head that, well, maybe if I find the right person with that right answer, they can give me that answer and I'll get better. But actually it doesn't work that way. How it works really is that your nervous system is adapting to all sorts of influences over a long period of time. And sometimes we get it right and sometimes we don't get it right. The end result is that we're living within a conditioned environment internally. And that is reflected in how the nervous system operates. So neurotraining actually, because of the name, even infers that we're training the nervous system to function better. Now, better basically means that we're training the nervous system to function more in line with how the genetics designed it in the first place, which is healthy, natural, normal functioning. So when a person has a problem, instead of them looking for neurotraining as having an answer to it, because we don't really, what we do is we investigate your nervous system and find out what it's doing and give it a better option of operating so it does the work. We actually don't fix anything. So knowing that, having the concept that there's a precluded idea of what neurotraining works on is a false thought, because it works on everything and it works on nothing, because we're just helping your nervous system to function better, and it's your nervous system that works on whatever the function is, or the dysfunction in fact, that's going on inside you. So a person can have a cold, so they think they need to go and take some pills, but it wasn't pills that gave them the cold in the first place. So if you look at the mechanism of how you get to have the problem in the first place, and then find a better way of responding to that, then you've got a much better chance of learning how to deal with that situation if it comes up again in your life. So in many ways, neurotraining is literally training your nervous system, your immune system, all of your systems actually, to be prepared for what eventually will happen again. Because life's like that, things happen over and over and over. But if we keep the same reaction to the same thing every time, we're going to end up with the same result. So I think that was a definition of crazy, thinking that something's going to change, but you don't change your response to the things that happen in life. You just respond the same way, expecting change to happen, and it's not going to. So in the processes of neurotraining, we attempt to help people to understand that there's more going on inside them than what they think consciously. With that awareness, with that realization that there are other things going on inside, then it takes the pressure off for you to have to know what the solution is to what you see as a symptom or a dysfunction of some sort, or even a challenge. We have clients in the business area, and their thinking patterns are leading them to certain types of stresses. And so, retraining the nervous system to not be so stressed means that, you can relax, you can recuperate, you can enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. So the concept that if you have a problem, there should be a solution is wrong. Just scrub it, forget that. If you have a problem, it means that you're dysfunctional in some activity level somewhere in your body. So we just find where the dysfunction is, and we help your nervous system to overcome that naturally in ways that are already built into our bodies. It's actually really interesting, because a person will come to me with their problem, and I will muscle check them and find out from them what they need to fix their problem. So then when I do that, their problem disappears. Now, isn't that strange? I mean, why doesn't a person just do what they have to do to get over their problem in the first place? Well, basically it means that the problem is over here and the solution is over here, but they're not connected. So all we do really in training the nervous system to function better is to make better connections. Right? When the connections are made, we have access to our own solutions. And that's pretty amazing, because even if we don't have access to the immediate solution, this process can show us what you do need to be able to make a connection, even if it's an external one, like taking a herb or a homeopathic, or getting a massage, or going to a chiropractor, or whatever it might be. But it could be anything. But what determines that is what's happening in the person, not what's happening in neurotraining. Neurotraining does not diagnose anything, because there's no point. It's how a person is doing what they're doing that's making the problem. So we change how they're doing what they're doing, and then there's no problem. So we don't have to diagnose anything, because there's no need for it. People get better anyway.